The most life-changing book I ever read was Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall-Kimmerer. There are a myriad of wonderful, mind-blowing nuggets of beauty in this book. One of them is her explanation of how language affects thought patterns. One example she gives is how in her indigenous language, all living entities have personal pronouns rather than objective ones, and are spoken of verbs rather than just nouns. For example, a tree would not just be a tree, but she who is growing tall. This gives an animate and intimate connection to their environment, invites them into community with their natural surroundings, rather than separates them from it. I believe our Western perspective on medicine has the same effect at generating a sense of separation from ourselves and our environment. Another incredible book I've only just started reading is Between Heaven and Earth, A Guide to Chinese Medicine by Harriet Beinfield. The author is an incredible woman who obtained her MD in the United States and then traveled to her ancestral homeland of China to learn Chinese medicine as well. She is able to explain the differences and similarities, the assets and the limitations of each in an easy to understand language. In short, Western medicine is unequaled in its ability to treat intensive traumatic injury. But the mechanized, industrial revolution mindset of a body being a sum of its individual parts leaves a lot to be desired in terms of preventative care. In contrast, Chinese medicine views the body as integrated and interconnected systems, whole body systems. In fact, this was part of my learning curve when I began studying herbalism as well. Since our natural world is integrated and interconnected systems, plants operate this way when used medicinally as well. Not only are we objectifying and distancing ourselves from our living neighbors, the plants, trees, mountains, rivers, mushrooms, etc., we are objectifying and distancing ourselves from our own bodies, somehow thinking our brain is separate and distinct from our heart, or even more crazy, our feelings are separate and distinct from our thoughts and words, even though we readily acknowledge all of these came from the same place, our minds. This is not intended to reprimand or inspire a sense of shame, but rather to bring awareness. With awareness, we can make our own choices, carve our own path. We can decolonize ourselves. We can make a concerted effort to use language that brings us in closer relation to our plant and animal kin. We can decide to view our mental health, physical health, emotional health, and spiritual health as interconnected and interdependent, and select approaches that honor one and all with the reverence and respect they deserve. We can reflect on our automatic reactions and thoughts and ask ourselves if they represent our true intentions, or if we'd rather choose to swerve in another direction. This is an endeavor I've been doing for years and still working on. It's long and difficult, yet highly worthy and valuable work. I invite you to tell us your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Thank you and have a blessed day.